In the expansive panorama of life, there resides a veiled filament of wonder, often neglected and disparaged, our imperfections. These unadorned blemishes, our marks of humanity, are cornerstones of our authenticity and the living story of our lives, each intricate and uniquely our own, part of the human condition. Breathing life into a world that craves perfection, Brene Brown dares to challenge this notion in her groundbreaking work, The Gifts of Imperfection. It is a soul-deep exploration, a hymn to the blemished beauty of our lives, a love letter to our flawed selves. As the night is woven with stars and the moonlight is seasoned with shadows, so are we humans, a perfect blend of strength and weakness, triumph and failure. Yet there is a profound truth here, a deeper wisdom that dances in the glow of our imperfections, a raw, resilient beauty that persists, even as we stumble, even as we fall. This enlightening journey dares us to embrace the notion that there is indeed strength in vulnerability, dignity in defeat, and an awe-inspiring grandeur in the imperfect. What may seem as less than perfect in truth is the language of our souls, an echo of our humanity that rings through time and space. Through her illuminating words, Brown invites us all to witness and honor the gifts of imperfection, and in doing so, to embrace ourselves more fully, to live more authentically, and to cultivate a world where the shadows are celebrated just as much as the light. For in this symphony of life, each note, whether sharp, flat, or imperfect pitch, contributes to the melody that is uniquely and unapologetically ours. Let's not waste a moment longer. It's time to dive into Brown's masterpiece and discover the awe-inspiring depths of her creation. In her stirring narrative, Brown introduces us to the practice of wholehearted living, a way of engaging with the world from a place of worthiness, a bold stance that celebrates our inherent beauty, even as it acknowledges our intrinsic flaws. Wholehearted living, she tells us, is not about striving for an impossible standard of perfection, but instead about accepting and embracing our imperfect selves. Wholehearted living is born of courage, the courage to be vulnerable, the courage to let ourselves be seen, truly seen, in all our imperfect glory. It is not about shielding our weaknesses, but about embracing them, recognizing that they are not blemishes to be hidden, but gifts to be celebrated. For in our vulnerability, we find a connection. In our flaws, we find empathy. In our imperfections, we find the threads that bind us all together in this grand tapestry of life. Brown invites us to explore the power of vulnerability, arguing that it is not the sign of weakness we often believe it to be, but a testament to our bravery. In showing our true selves, in letting our guard down, in admitting our flaws and our fears, we become open to real connections with others. We become conduits of empathy, bridges of understanding, channels of love. Next, she unfolds the importance of compassion, both for others and for ourselves. Compassion isn't about feeling pity or minimizing struggle. It's about recognizing pain, acknowledging suffering, and offering comfort. Compassion for ourselves is just as important. For how can we extend to others what we have not cultivated within? In another brilliant stroke, she dares us to abandon the shackles of what will people think, and instead to cultivate authenticity. Authenticity, she tells us, isn't about being unique or standing out. It's about being real, being true to who we are, even when who we are is not perfect. It's about accepting that we are enough, just as we are, flaws and all. And lastly, Brown beckons us to embrace joy and gratitude, not as fleeting emotions, but as a practice, as a conscious choice we make each day. Joy and gratitude are not the rewards we get when life is perfect. They are the gifts we find when we dare to live imperfectly. Brown invites us into a more wholehearted way of living through her exquisite prose and enlightened insights. A life where we are not diminished by our imperfections, but ennobled by them. A life where we are not defined by our mistakes, but empowered by the courage to make them. A life where we do not hide our vulnerabilities, but celebrate them as the pathway to connection, empathy, and love. Indeed, through the lens of her profound wisdom, we see that our imperfections are not burdens to bear, but gifts to be treasured. In the symphony of our existence, our flaws are not errors, but the compelling notes that compose our collective human saga. If Brene Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection has sparked your spirit, I urge you to walk further with us. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and united, let's honor the splendor of our mutual imperfection. Remember, in our imperfection, we discover our authentic selves, and that's perfectly enough.